and he can't come on a Judgement yard, and he can't beat Bossy D, and he can't run low 13s.
Yeah.
So I say, my car, of course he can run low 13s.
No, hold on, Nick. No, man. I don't want to say a man is a call out you get in our way.
Yeah.
So you're not calling man name.
He's not even a call
You're not calling man name.
It's not even a call out still, but the man actually doubt me.
They have all the good stuff.
All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, man, loud and clear. Wagwan, Tazz.
There, man, we're there, taking it easy, you know?
Yeah, man, you don't know. I have to give thanks for another day. You know what I mean? We're here in good health.
Big up
I would just want. Yeah, man, the fans them check in early. What?
Yeah.
Tazz, it look like you're going to break the record tonight, you know.
Really?
Because you're there 1:30 already. Yeah, man. It look like you'll break the record tonight still. But we'll see what I go on, you know.
Stay tuned. Big up Brem.
Yo, I want to go on in that cup there.
No, it's Gatorade. It's Gatorade.
All right, so I think a little Q16 there, you know?
No. Negative.
All right, so I just want to say big up everybody tuning in. You don't know the vibe is good. Zine, a man say a cool lady are drinking a Tazz and a Gatorade. Yeah, the man allowed up your things at Tazz.
So them go on, man. Not even to a penny the comments, you know, cause can't manage them.
Trouble, I'll be a trouble man. Watch you now. See how long could dog no drinking and driving.
No driving.
Yeah, man. So, as I say, we just have to give thanks. I have to give a special shout out to our sponsors for making these series of Instagram lives possible. Ken T Racing, Jamaica Race Drivers Club, WAP Performance, Boosting, Horsepower in a Bottle, Zidage Performance, Massive Auto Parts, and Squickly Wrecking and Haulage. And tonight, our special guest is none other than Mr. Nicholas Tazz Barnes, right? Quite frankly, I don't think Nicholas need any introduction.
I don't think so.
You know, across multiple genres of motorsports, you'll see Tazz participating, you know, from drifting to circuit, to drags, to rally. Yeah, but it is now 10 minutes after 8, so we're going to jump right into it. We are almost at 200 viewers already, Tazz. No, man, something are going on tonight.
You think so?
Yeah, man, something are going on, man.
Like you say?
It look like you'll break the record tonight, but we will see. See. All right. You know how we normally start off the live. You know, just a quick introduction so persons watching can know a bit more about you.
I'm sure everyone here should know who I am. But anyways, Nicholas Barnes, 21 years old. I'm a motorsport enthusiast just like everyone else here. So I am fortunate enough to participate in motorsports. I started from a very young age, starting at Palisades go-karting. But racing is my life. I don't know. When it comes down to sport, racing, it stops at racing. I don't know how to play football, or it just stops at racing, you know. So yeah.
Seeing Taz. One quick second, Taz. Yeah, man, answer them. I deal with them. No worry yourself. Yeah, Taz.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that. All right. So for persons who are calling, just give me a few minutes. You understand? So we can go through the live. All right. So you say you've been racing from go-kart days,
Yeah.
Palisados.
Yeah. I started karting.
At what age though?
I started a bit late. I'd
Mm-hmm.
say, as far as my memory, 8 years old. Yeah, that's when I made the karting debut.
Mm-hmm.
Age at Palisados, yes. Also, the first Montegonian who started karting,
Yeah.
kind of paved the way for the younger set down this side. Who Tommy,
Mm-hmm.
Miles, Addison, Zidane, Madden, yeah. But I was the first from Montego Bay to actually start karting in Palisados.
Cool, cool. Well, what was that experience like being, pretty much far away from home and the only person from, outside of Kingston, pretty much Kingston and St. Andrew?
Well, I was young then, so I didn't have any burdens to carry. But
Yeah.
back then, it was really and truly the old road. So, leaving school on a Friday evening, I'd definitely have to rush home, get my homework done, and it's either we would fly up if we could get a flight. Me and my dad would fly up
Mm-hmm.
the Friday evening, or we would just head out from Montego Bay on Saturday morning. But
Mm-hmm.
the traveling, and what I didn't have as much is the seat time, because everybody would leave school and they would
We
basically
just go straight to the track.
to the track. I
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't that fortunate, So it was kind of like an arrive and drive thing for me.
Okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well, what was the competition like back then, though? Like, who were some of the other carters at the moment?
I started Wayne Lee Hung. We the first time I ever got into a cart, they stuffed some pillows behind me, and I think this is before my dad, my parents bought anything,
Mm-hmm.
They stuffed some cushions behind me, and I tested it out, and like I was saying, yeah, him looked like him ready. And then I remember the next weekend we went up, a cart was there, with seating position and thing. But I started from 50cc. That's the very first, the smallest engine.
Okay.
Yeah, I started there. And my only after practicing and practicing and practicing, it was now time to race. After
Right.
learning the flags and learning the signals, because we don't have any brake lights. So, and as a youngster, we'd have to learn gas and brakes, and you'd have to listen, because I mean, after you move off, it's like you're driving a car. So to see the
Mm-hmm.
signals of when you're going into the pit, you have to hold your hand up and thing. But I'm a quick learner, so by like 3 weeks, I was ready for racing.
Okay.
Funny enough, in 50cc, I can only remember William Myers.
Okay.
Yeah, we started at, I'd say the same time,
Mm-hmm.
but he wasn't as advanced as I was. So
Okay.
I remember him crying to his mommy, Yeah, after races, I remember him crying to his mommy, which then they kind of they kind of scrapped that class because there wasn't enough competitors. I think it was three, and then went down to 2. So I had to now move up at that young age, not even a year in the 50cc. I now had to move up into the bigger class, which would be the 100cc, where Colin Daly, the likes of Colin Daly, and I can remember Matthew Williams. Yeah, that's where. So the kart, I was so light and small. They had to custom make the seat and adjust the pedals, build something on the pedals, just so I could fit. I remember them having to add weight, like leads, all around the cart because you had to reach.
Was so light.
Special weight, you know. So I remember them adding like almost 120 pounds to the cart itself for me to be legal for the class and everything. So yeah, and I don't remember. You remember the Red Bull event at New Kingston?
Yeah, man. When the Formula One car came.
That was also a karting meet.
Oh, you were there in kart?
I participated. I am the Red Bull 50cc champion of that challenge, and I was driving 2 karts on that day. I started at the back, qualified and post, started at the back, won my races, and then I proceeded. After finishing and weighing on the scales, I had to jump right into the 100cc. I remember them giving me a bottle of water through my helmet. I couldn't take off the helmet, and running. I think I came 3rd in the other class though. So 1st in my class and 3rd in the bigger class. At age 8, 9, thereabout.
Wow. Impressive introduction to racing, I must say.
Definitely.
You know, I'm just kind of curious though. You said that there was a driver that was crying at the track.
Yeah.
Was it because of you?
Well, yes, definitely. Definitely.
So okay. So I think it's something that, you know, you've been beating and teaching from early, you would say.
Well, at that age, you know, we didn't know anything about beating or misbehave, but it is what it is, you know.
Yeah, man. You know, when there's a trouble, you know.
Definitely.
Just big up wings. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Big up wings, and even now, I'm glad to see what he's doing, you know.
Yeah.
It really, I can really compare myself to him because we actually started the same time. When we reached Dover now, I was in a smaller class than he was. I was in MP1 and he was in MP2. But to see that what he has done, and we started the same time and thing, and he's now one of the main racers at Dover. It simply tell you that our level at that time was really, really high.
Right. But you see, some of the times in life, Tunic, you know, a little, that could have been the turning point for him, you know. Like, you know, it was probably like, you know, me not gonna make nobody beat me again though.
Definitely.
You understand? And that could be the driving force. That could be one of his motivations to be the driver he is today.
Definitely, and I think racers on a whole would understand when I say crying, because I mean, if you're a real racer, I mean, you don't like losing. I mean, something. If you have the ability to win and you're a winner, you will never not a second place for me. A second place, I don't want that trophy. For me, so it's not even about the crying. You know, it's like that's how how competitive you are. That and how serious you take it. That if you don't win, I mean, you're crying, you know.
You know, I can totally understand what you're saying because all the drivers that I've been talking to, especially circuit racers, I've not seen one to say, yeah, man, you know, I'm comfortable with just a second or a third place. Everybody is winning. Everybody wants to win.
Definitely.
And nobody sees themselves as second place.
Definitely. Well, I
No,
don't. I
right?
can talk for myself. I don't.
Even if you know that the driver you're going up against may have um maybe a bigger spec vehicle than yours.
Definitely.
You understand? But
Definitely.
we soon get to that, because we know you have something to say about that, You
Yes.
understand? We soon got the circuit. But in moving on, could you tell us some of the genres that you've participated in over the years?
So after karting,
Mm-hmm.
I started karting. I didn't finish it, and I didn't go as far as the rest of these guys. We took a break. I remember taking a break as I entered grade six, where it was
Mm-hmm.
the GSAT. We took a break from racing that year, and we've never returned. So
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
only got 50cc, 80cc, 100cc, 125cc, as well as some overseas. I have some overseas time as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So and then I proceeded to I usually drive everything in the yard. From daddy's car to mommy's car to the work buses, and from a very young age. I was a bit short though. I wasn't blessed at a young age with the height. So I could do everything, but I was so short.
You ever get cushion
Yeah,
and
yeah. So I think if I was the type like my little brother where he's so tall,
yeah,
I would definitely be more advanced.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I can recall the first time ever seeing Nicholas Tazz Barnes. What is funny? I used to attend almost every single event that I possibly could, not knowing that in the future I'd be doing this business, 876 streets. But it was just a passion to go wherever there's some sort of racing.
Definitely.
And the first time I saw you there was this race meet down by Bada Bada. You remember them days, Virgin?
Of course. That was
When you
my
come down there with the evolution,
yes.
and I can tell you.
Yeah, that event I think was my first event in that car, the Evo 9.
You serious?
Yes, that was my very first event.
Bro,
Very first bus in that
yo,
car.
let me tell you something.
I,
You see
I
when
don't want to cut you. I don't want to cut you, but that was my very first time racing that car at an event, and I think that's the only time I've ever been on two wheel and the side mirrors actually scraping the ground.
you're
I had a
serious.
little two wheel moment there at Bada Bada.
Regin, the way how you're driving, I could hear some big man, bigger than me at the time, saying, "Boy, no man, I must fast, I carry the fast." I look at you, but you see when I step out of the car, and them time there, as some whole pack young ladies, my sister, run on and hug you up on a chair, and you
Yeah,
could have see where, people were just really amazed to see a young talent, somebody, because you were the youngest person that day.
yes, definitely. It wasn't until late, like I think 2 years ago, where somebody younger than me actually started racing. So up until
Right.
that point, I was young, and we're talking about where 2015 here, 2016, I think.
Maybe about 2005, 2006, thereabout.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, man. Early days, man. But as I said, I was amazed to see, what you would have said, quote unquote, a little boy, a handle the car, so. It was really, really something. And I think the fans who came out were entertained by it,
Yeah.
But let us list all the genres that you participate in before we go any further, Tazz?
Okay, karting, then move from karting into drifting, but some people won't say it's drifting. The dexterity, the shunting, whatever they may call it. We then went on to dirt. We had some dirt experience. In rallying, we did some sprints, tarmac sprints, and now we are focusing on Dover, which is circuit.
So technically, there's no genre that. Is there any genre that you've not participated in?
No, unless it's snow, and we don't get snow this side of the world.
Right.
So.
And I mean,
sorry. Big up Vijay Mitchell, Jogs as well. I made my debut in drag racing this year. Oh, you forget that, Kedron.
Oh, you left out Jogs?
Help me now. Yeah, we made the debut last year.
Last year
we made the drag racing debut.
Yo, no, hold on. But for a youngster, you mind disclosing the age, Tazz, or you don't want to? 21. Youngster. I can't think of anybody else as young as you right now who has been participating over multiple genres over the years. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And that is really an achievement.
Definitely.
You know, it is not easy. Let us talk a little bit more about, because we talk about karting already, your karting experience. What did you do after karting? What was the next major genre?
After karting, the grade 6 year, go off and touch high school and thing. And we said, boy, you know, we reach khaki. We say, all right, man, we know I don't go cat and car. Car time now.
Zin?
Yeah. And seeing the way I handled the regular cars in the yard and we were driving, I'm sure everybody else around me share the same view. Like, I mean, the karting, I got what I was supposed to get from karting. So it's time now to move up. And I save my lunch money, and I bought my very first car. Lunch money bite. I don't know everybody should know this car though. The DX, the white DX. Yeah, that my lunch money.
Hold on the Tazz. Me used to get lunch money back in my days, and my lunch money could have barely last me for the rest of the week, you know.
No.
How you do that?
I don't think that's why your lunch money couldn't last.
You say I can't eat enough.
You eat enough. So I save and I know to go around, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't get no birthday presents and anything there. Money more want. You understand? Money. I don't want a control car or no phone. Money more want and I'll spend my money. Thanks for the gift. Thanks for the gifts in advance. Money more want.
Money want.
Yes.
And at what age now you acquired the DX?
13. High school. 13.
Yeah?
13. But it was just a shell. So it wasn't a complete car. So it's not a lot of money.
See.
Yeah. So I bought the shell for a thing. I remember we negotiated and we agreed at 80,000. And I gave the man payments. Mark, my mother didn't know and my daddy didn't know that I was buying this car.
Yeah?
Yeah. They never know. Until...
So, them just see a shell coming at the yard?
Yes. Them just see a shell pushing. This car was actually across, alignment stand was across the road from the office.
Okay.
Daddy would go over there to play dominoes and thing. That's where we met the link and thing, and we negotiate as a little youth. And
Yeah,
you know,
but the owner never pressure you. Knowing says, I look
no,
at you.
oh,
Aye.
Uncle
A good
Steve, you have to big him up to
you
Uncle
have to make him up.
Steve Bernard. That is Troy Bernard's dad. That
See,
car was Troy's own, but I don't think him know when him father sell it. But yeah, that car was Troy. Sanjay, them I see Sanjay here, most wanted. He knows that car very well. But yeah, we negotiated it at 80,000, and I remember giving him 20, 20, 20, and when it reached 60, him say, go on with
go
it.
on.
Go on with the car. You.
Wicked.
Yeah, man.
Wicked. Have to big him up.
Yeah,
You
man,
know,
have to big him up. Have to big him up.
oh, by the way, hold on. You are 306 viewers, which mean you are, is what, 312, I think is the highest we have had, and that was with Kyle.
Okay.
312. So let us see if you can break that tonight. But yeah, back to the reasoning.
Yes.
Right? I have to big up persons who look out for young talent, and I guess he saw something in you, the passion. You know, he saw the passion in you and decided, boy, you know, he's going to sponsor you.
Definitely.
You can say your first sponsorship that.
Yes.
You know, see it. Yeah, man. So after you acquire the car now, how you go?
After I acquired the car now, and as I say, it was just a shell. My father, when he go play domino, he usually piss on this old car and thing. So it was a shell. So but then it was a regular engine. It was a treat.
Yeah.
The carburetor engine. You had to body work the car and go right through the car basically. Right through the car and thing. So that took up some time because I guess it didn't, after getting the car, that's when the parents and the aunts and the godfathers and the uncles, and that's when everybody decided to come on board, you know, and
support.
Support. But
some of the time you have to make the move first in a Tazz.
Definitely. But
Yeah, man.
my dad had this thing about him where he didn't want me to just drive, you know, as in just build a car, and when it's ready,
Right.
I just come and call me and say, just come drive. Always maintain that I have to know car setup. I have to know how the car works, what works with what, you know. So I had to know setup until I actually get to drive and race.
Right.
Because he said that is very, very important, setting up a car.
Let me ask you this, Tazz. Do you have mechanical experience? Like if you're out there and something happened to the car, you can probably, I know you have your team, but do you have, like, you can probably go deal with something yourself?
Definitely. All maintenance done on all my cars are done by me.
Yeah?
And even when the major work is being done, I'm there, but it's just that I'm not the first person. But I do all the work on my car. After the guys button up everything and thing, and even when they're doing that, I'm there, but it's just that I'm not, I wouldn't say I'm gonna take apart my engine.
Right.
And rebuild it. But it's not that I don't have the ability to. Because even building the engine, and I think that's one of the downfalls to the team. They realize how mechanically inclined I am.
Yeah.
Certain things them don't want to help me with. Them feel say, oh, you can do that. You know? So I mean, if you have a problem with the engine, it's like, say, boy, you know, so we feel like we take out the engine and thing. They must say, well, when it come out, call me. You know, so, you know, and then now I would have the likes of my friends. Come and help me when it's time to lift and we have a strong friend there when they're traveling and he bolt for pull, he want to pop off all the bolts.
Yeah, but the support is there.
Yeah, the support is definitely there. But that's I'm very mechanically inclined.
Good, cool. Boy, you know, so you brought the record long time, right?
Well, that's what Team Tazz do, you know.
Wait. Yeah, we got over 330 something a while ago. So,
Yeah,
yes,
break
Pete.
records.
Yeah, man. You guys doing well tonight. Yeah, man. I realize you're sharing the
Yeah, I
video
want to shout
and
out to
thing.
all the viewers as well. Really love.
Definitely.
Thanks for all the support. You know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
If the race car was in the garage right now, I would probably give them a 360 or something. You know.
yeah, we know it go.
Happy.
But you have a lucky.
Yes, 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 definitely.
Yeah, man. Well, let me just use this opportunity to say, thanks to our sponsors for making this Instagram live possible. Kenty Racing, Jamaica Race Drivers Club, What Performance, Boosting, Horsepower in a Bottle, Zidage Performance, Massive Auto Parts, and Squickly Wrecking and Haulage. All right, back to things, Tazz. So, yeah, we talk about you acquiring your first car, right?
Definitely, yes.
What was it after that though? Was it shortly after that you started drifting?
Yes, yes, yes. That was the first genre because at the
Mm-hmm.
time we didn't for young racers. I think you had to have a driver's license to compete at an event,
Oh,
which my dad was adamant that that is garbage because I mean from you show some form of competence that from you show some form of competence that you can safely maneuver the motor vehicle. I mean
yeah.
the age really and truly doesn't matter. And I mean we see so he then I want to share this. He then started his own drift series. He called it the drift series. It wasn't sanctioned by the GMMC because there's a
Mm-hmm.
clause in their rules supporting young drivers. So he then started his own drift series where younger drivers like myself who had the ability to race but just couldn't race
Yeah.
because we didn't have a driver's license to race. So he started
Mm-hmm.
that for us, and that's where I made my debut, and many others made theirs. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
kudos to him, kudos to Dad.
Well, let me
Yeah,
ask you this.
Speed Drift Series is the only drift series the island had ever seen, and
Right.
it is the only series I think that paid the drivers very well. It was like
Mm-hmm.
a championship. Each run you would get money, and at the end of the year, first, second, and third, and rookie would get money. So
Cool,
that
cool,
series
cool.
was very, very, very competitive as well. But
Mm-hmm.
I just wish I was at this level back then, based on the competition back then. I was learning, so
Right.
I wasn't very competitive. I was competitive in the rookie class, but you
Right. Not with the
want to
big
win.
gun.
You're not watching the age and the
Right.
rookie. You want the big trophy. You want the big money as well. So
Okay, got you.
yeah,
Well, tell me something now. How much time you look up the DX?
the DX. I've had the DX. I remember one time I've never crashed in that car or have
Yeah.
off learning because learning I would we would learn in open spaces. The only I had some moments with that car, but it's when I start say boy me bad now, so me can't me try push the limits. So I would try to go in smaller spaces. So there would be cars around and a dead wall, and I'm seeing each time my master are carrying the cars more closer to the wall.
Okay.
At a long
Okay.
driveway at the office. So each time me say boy, something I can manage it now. I carrying the
Mm-hmm.
cars, carrying the square smaller. So better me lick the wall and lick the car them, cause so I've had some quarter panel and backlight moments there, maybe two
With
or
the
three
wall.
times, but nothing major, Nothing major where I
Okay.
hurt myself or hurt the car or anything.
Right.
Kudos to Cutter hype. From them time they Cutter with me, and Cutter was the one who actually taught me to drift. He's actually my
Yeah.
teacher. Yeah, I could drive. I learned the driving part from Karting and my older cousins and my dad. Gosh and
Mm-hmm.
Andre, they were a big part of my karting career. Yeah, they them spend a whole heap of time with me because I remember at Palisades I had this thing where they couldn't get me to use the brakes. So like I would press on the gas down the straight away and then ease up and go around the corner. Instead of going down there and pressing the brake and then turn. I just wouldn't use the brakes. Until then I say, alright, you're not listening. You know what the man them do, Kejan? The man them turn up the track up on the car. Remember, it's no clutch, you know. It's like automatic. So from the track to turn up, you know.
It's a road.
It's a road. So when we go to the corner, I say, no man, I go too fast. It's then I realize how important the brakes were, you know.
Okay.
So, it wasn't just a jumping, a whole heap of time and effort was put into Tazz to make me who I am today. But I'm really grateful, you know. I'm really grateful. If I had the chance.
Oh, you got the name?
By karting, the same not using the brake. When I put on my balaclava and my helmet, every time I take it off, my hair would be
all over the place.
I would almost resemble, if anybody know what the cartoon look like, the Tasmanian devil. And then whereas I usually spin out enough. You know, Tazz is always spinning, you know, Tazz is always spinning. So
it's from them time they have the name, you get the name Tazz?
Yes. That was on the front of my go-kart as well, the Tazz. So it's been a while, actually.
Okay, cool. What's your racing number for circuit?
Number 99. I inherited that number from my dad.
Oh, so daddy just...
number.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So anybody who asking if he's gonna be racing anytime in the future, for a man give up him race number, we know them have no plans coming back.
Why? Junior, we're gonna try the back of the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get some number, mate.
I hear him make some talks all the time. So young boy, we can't really manage him. We can't really manage them and thing, but we're not afraid of them.
So, what you think then? Because, you know, we know, say, over the years, Mr. Junior Flete Barnes have made his name have stamped his name in motorsports, right? Yeah. So we know say it's no walkover. But what you're saying now is that if daddy should touch back the track, even if you give him a radical and you in the Corolla, or that is too much of an advantage for you.
Remember, we can't. Remember, it's like driving is like riding a bicycle, you know.
Yeah.
Your time away won't mean that you forget to drive, you know. But it's just that you're not as sharp.
Okay.
You understand? So I guess we younger ones will tend to outbrake them or carry more speed. Yeah. You understand? But would definitely not insult them as being so slow. Because they are very good. Trust me, they're very, very, very good.
Yeah, man.
And it's because of their talent and their experience why we are so good. Because they have taught us what all they know all the time, all what they know they have learned over the years in one lesson, you know. And if you listen to them, they really and truly had nobody, you know. Like they didn't have the father support and the driving school and all the colorful things.
Right.
They actually, what them take 10, 15 years to learn from the get-go, from your very first outing, they tend to cram that in your brain. So they are the reason why we are so fast and so competitive, and kudos to them.
Right. And I'm sure
racers, the Doug Gores, the Gary Gregg, the Jeffrey Pantons, Junior Barnes, the Chippy Addison, and the list goes on, Peter Ray.
And I'm sure that, you know, Dad himself has done some coaching as well at some point.
Definitely.
You ever had that moment between you and Dad where, you know, him probably coach you on something and you go out there and, you know, something up, man, you probably kind of slip up and daddy kind of rough you up or him get miserable?
No, no. Funny, I can answer that question two ways. Everybody who is around me know that I listen. So really listen. When I put on my helmet and them give me an instruction, trust me, when the team give me an instruction, that's what I'm going to do. Sometimes I come in and I'm telling them like some issues with the car and they listen, and he'll be adamant that I can go faster here and faster there, and I'm telling him no because this and that, and he's like, no, you can't go faster. I don't know what you're doing. You must know because I can't really see, but everybody is coming through this corner, this particular corner faster than you and things. So, but no, we never have that moment. I know there are some things that I do racing that he doesn't like. I have this thing where when I'm driving, when I deliberately want to slide the car, I have this thing where I look through the side glass and slide the car, you know, just like give them a little bossy slide. You know, when it's work time, it's work time. So even though when we come in and we say, big man, let me tell you something. You see, just come here, be pretty boy and look through window and slide. Tell me I'm going to pack up my thing and go on because I have enough other things to do with my Sunday and Monday. Here, sir?
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, he would be stirred. When we have things to get done,
yeah,
he wants the job done, and he wants the job done a certain way. I know they expect a lot from me, so I just get the job done, you know. They're asking for too much. Sometimes they put the bucket above, you know, like they want me to. They give me some ridiculous things to. Like I say, hey, you see him? I make him finish in front there.
Yeah.
And them dead serious, and I'm like, I'm in.
Oh, you're gonna do that?
I'm in MP1. I'm winning my class, and so they really push me, you know, because they know they know what I can do, and they know what the car is capable of doing. So don't watch what they have and thing, and don't watch their engine size. I was never that racer, and you can see. I think you can see it in my driving and the type of person I am. I'm never the one to watch what size engine you have, or to watch if you have new set of tires, or I was
you just focus on you.
I was brought up in a way where, big man, use what you have. Don't tell me who have what or who have this. The team, use what you have. And
yeah, that's not like a daddy. That's not like daddy attack. That's all.
Yeah, we have to use what we have, you know. I mean, if you don't have new tires, what are you going to do? Whine about them? Whining about them won't make the situation different. Steve, what kind of question are you asking on the live? But anyways, yeah, whining about, and to date, I don't think anybody else run 5 race meet, 5 consecutive race meet on the same tires. I don't think nobody do that. But
on the same tires?
On the same tires. We've done that. And still win, and still be competitive, and still qualify and pole. So, we're not the type to complain, you know. We just use what we have, given whatever the situation is. Whatever, if rain fall, you know, if dirt on the track, if oil on the track, we just come here to drive, we come here to race, we come here to win, and that's what we focus on.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, we're not into the thing of who have this and who have that, because if I'm sure a lot of racers here, every day something new come out for a race car. I don't know a perfect race car. And you can even, we can even use the radicals as example. They buy them, and when they come, they still have to be buying, and they still have to tweak and things.
Upgrading.
So there's never a perfect race car. So I mean, my daddy always tell me, if you follow it, it will broke you. You understand? There's always something to buy. There's always something to buy. Yeah.
Well, I tell you, we have roughly about in this first hour, we have roughly about 15 minutes left. you know.
Yes.
But what we want to make sure we start now is tell us a little bit. All right, let us use the next hour to talk about circuit and drugs. So let's use the remainder of this hour to talk about now. You said you did dexterity.
Yeah. Yeah, the Dex 13, I started that from acquired the car age 13. Started
Mm-hmm.
competing age 14. I made my debut age 14. So
Mm-hmm.
the lunch money thing actually took a year, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
they didn't want to spoil me, you know. I couldn't understand it as a youth, you know. As a youth, you're not looking at the bigger picture. And what
Right.
I knew they had the money to make the car run, and them just never want. I couldn't understand why the thing would have to take so long, and me would definitely have to put out, you know,
All
sometime.
right. Do you think it could have been a concern for safety? Like, boy, maybe I'm too young and
No,
boy, I don't want. No.
no, it was never about. I was telling you, it was all about setup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was all about the setup and the fundamental of the car,
Mm-hmm.
to gain the knowledge about the car itself, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Tell me something, Taz. Tell me something, Taz. High school days, right? You were like the
Yes.
celebrity. You were like the celebrity in your class, pretty much.
I wouldn't say celebrity, but I wouldn't put that celebrity, but I was well known, you know, by the teachers and by the students, and I was the only one at Cornwall College with this skin tone and long hair. So not there are persons lighter than me. Now, don't get me wrong, you know, but this skin tone and with long hair.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I even in devotion, I mean somebody passing could have spot me, say see Nick there. You know? I can't hide.
You're the
Can't hide.
only one in the school.
Yes, yes. So
But
yeah.
I mean, with that sort of we call it now, persons looking up to you and thing,
Oh,
it
I don't want to
really
cut you. I don't want to cut you. I have a
got
teacher
you.
on my life. See her here saying, rolling with his followers.
Really.
She was a teacher. She was my teacher. So,
So hold on, you know. My glad say your teacher let out the puss out of the bag. So you used to be the leader, naturally.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't say
Not in a
leader,
bad
but
way, you know, like it's a gang, you know. Not in a bad way, you know, but
we have. I mean, you know, we have certain friends that we are all on the same page. So
yeah.
yeah, but definitely I would say I was the leader. If you want to put it that
Mm-hmm.
way, but
Yeah, yeah. Anybody like, well, at your school who was like a fun, like they follow up racing, they maybe they even racing now, but anybody who was that close to you in your circle and in racing now are a fan, big fan?
yeah, no fans, no fans. Teachers as fans,
Mm-hmm.
groundskeepers fans,
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
kitchen lady, and things.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But me and Christian Addison, I don't know if you know him. Must know him.
Oh, CJ.
Yeah, we went to school in the same year.
Oh, cool.
We actually was in the same class, but the class couldn't manage two of it. So them split me up. But we were coming from prep school, you know, from grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, come straight up to Cornwall. So
Zid, Zid,
yeah,
Zid,
and
Zid.
he too. They, you know, he started. He was blessed with the height and things. So him been doing some things long before I wish to do them, you know, because he had the
Yeah.
height. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, and he he had access to cars as well, rear-wheel drive cars and things, because his dad had a BMW and things. So
Mm-hmm,
I
mm-hmm.
yeah, daddy didn't have any rear-wheel drive. And he was growing up, he was adamant that, hey, I don't want to see you drive nobody vehicle. You know. It's not little things before, I tell you, before I could get to actually drive that car. It's enough little thing. Enough little lesson and enough little thing. But now I'm 21, I could definitely see where it helped. You know, and
Right.
numerous occasions I say, boy, if me never know this or if daddy never tell me this, you understand?
And it kind of keep you grounded in the sense that,
Definitely.
you know, there's no greed and envy. You know, you see a man with a thing, you just know so you can work hard for yours too.
Definitely. And
you know what I mean?
yeah. And as I was telling you, the same lunch money car, I mean, the guys who we were racing with definitely had better cars and better things, and I mean, coilover suspension. You know, when I started get technical, they had a coilover, and I had an cut spring. Cutter would have cut the ladder spring. Ladder spring we use, you know? Ladder spring, but it was too tall.
Yeah.
So we cut off about 4 coils off right and catch the right height, and a road we gone. Ladder spring, stocks shut, you know? Regular KYB shocks, and we're out.
But it goes back to what you said earlier, you know. Use what you have.
Use what we have, man, and we never complain.
Never complain.
You can tell you, I'm not the type to complain, you know. I get the job done. You know, I don't think anybody. My mom, she couldn't stand watching me when I was so young. So she's not present at these races. If many, I don't know if anybody realize or is always wondering. Oh, I don't see mommy. Her heart, she would like to be there because she called non-stop, but she just can't manage. Her heart can't manage. And
really?
Anybody know Palisades know that is right. The sea, the water is right there. So if you run
Mommy don't want to see you run off.
The tire barrier is what separates us from the water. So.
Well, I can understand, you know, cause you know, mommy's love. Them say mommy's love different, you know.
Yes, definitely.
You know. Yeah, bro. All right. So meanwhile, Tazz make a little walk. I just want to say big up again to everybody tuning in. Thanks to our sponsors for making this live series possible. Kenty Racing, Jamaica Race Drivers Club, WAP Performance, Boosting, Horsepower in a Bottle, Zidach Performance, Massive Auto Parts, and Squickly Wrecking and Haulage. All right, so we have roughly about another 5 minutes before we get the countdown from Instagram.
Yes.
But for peeps watching, whenever we go off, just rejoin us. Yeah, so we can keep the vibe going. All right, Tazz.
Yeah.
Karting, your karting experience. Most persons who came on, if not all, who had karting, who did karting back in the days, and still doing it too, they say that the foundation of having that background with karting really helps them to be a better circuit racer.
Of course.
What are your views?
Definitely. I'm 100% in agreement with that statement.
Without the karting experience, you think you would still, because you'd still be talented, you know, but you think you'd still be as good as you are now?
No. And why I said no is because a lot of drivers now, who is young as I am, who are, you can see they have the ability, but you can see as a ex-karter, you can see where they're lacking, where they just need to be committed, which karting, only karting could have taught you that. And you would have, if you were karting, you would have known that. So therefore, you wouldn't be making that mistake, and you would off the bat be doing that and not adapting that way.
Interesting. I mean, so you learn like lines how to you learn that from early.
I learned it from karting, but I remember my cousins Andre and Gasha. having to fill Pepsi bottles, the whole Palisados, 2 sides for me to drive the correct line. You know.
Hold on, repeat that as.
I remember I learned the lines from karting, but it took me, I don't know about anybody else, it took me quite a time to grasp the line technique and to drive the proper lines.
Interesting.
So I remember them having to I usually that was the only time my down moments, you know, like it's very simple, but at the time I don't know how I couldn't grasp it, you know. So they would usually come and rough me up and thing, and I was young, so I would be down and thing, but it was just something simple. And even now, they break it down very, very small, but I just couldn't understand, you know.
Yeah, some of the time pressure do that, you know, like if you're feeling too flustered and everybody saying, you know, Tazz, this, that, you know, when you're settled, you realize how easy it is. You know, you understand it better, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Drag racing, I never used to even go to the drag racing events. So, the member of my team, Brem, everybody know him, the NAS boss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brem, you know, he's a part of the service crew. Big up Brem. We started supporting him because there's no way he could be racing and I'm not present, because he showed me so much support, you know. So it's impossible. So I would just go to support him. And my very first drag event, it was from that I got the buzz, you know. I was standing in the stands and the betting. That my very first event, I bet I win like almost 30 grand and thing. It's something about the drag racing. The drag racing very, very, very nice.
So are you take with the man them gas money the day?
Right away. Man, I beg me gas money for go back home and pick me lunch money. And, you know, so it was the vibe, just the vibes was,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe, because before I was one of the drivers who was saying, drag, anybody can drive straight, man.
Yeah.
Anybody can drive straight. You have no ratings for non-drag racer. Non-drag racer, drag racer.
Only straight, only in a line and can drive.
Only in a line.
One straight line. Yeah. Me know that notion.
It wasn't until I actually went drag racing and really understand how difficult it was. Not only going down, I mean, there are so many things. The burnout, you have to line up properly, and the hardest part of it was the Christmas tree, you know? I mean, a lot of racers race and understand use the tree, but a lot of people don't understand the tree.
Right. So
that part is very technical. You can win the race there. You can win the race there, and you can also lose it. Exactly. So it was until then, you know, the pre-stage and the deep stage, and you know, to get the bad reaction time, like the Spartan man, them, Uncle Lickles and them man, them, you know, it was until then I realized how critical the thing is.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But so you'd say that the passion started in the stands?
Yeah, in the stands. So in the stands and thing. But really and truly, what made me carry the car to a drag event is that, as I was telling you, I like the vibe and thing. The man them add me to a chat group.
Yeah.
And the man them the humor in that chat group, the drag drivers group, I've never seen it. I mean, 10 different groups, and I've never seen so much humor. I'll go to bed at like 3 a.m. and wake up 9 a.m. and have 3,000 messages. Me like between 3 and 9. So the man, the humor is amazing. The man them argue.
Big up the department.
day.
Big up the
And we
department.
have to pick up the department, man. Them know, we can't really call the word, but
Yeah.
man, them know themselves. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Them bring the vibe for real. Them bring the vibe.
Yes.
Yeah, man. So it's basically just the whole energy.
Yeah. And next thing, I don't want to cut you, sorry. There was this guy that told me that my car couldn't do a specific time, and I know that the car was capable and more than capable of doing it. So that's why I even carried the car there. You know, they was telling me that my car only can run because of the Dover ratios and thing. Exact words were is a short distance car of, and it can't come on a Judgement yard, and it can't beat Bossy D, and it can't run low 13s.
Yeah.
I say, my car, of course it can run low 13s.
No, hold on, Nick. No, man. I don't know say a man is a call out you get in our way.
Yeah.
So you not call him man name.
It's not even a call
You not call him man name.
It's not even a call out still, but the man actually doubt me. And everybody,
so you have to prove him wrong.
I don't know. And anybody who knows Nicholas Barnes or Tazz know that the wrong thing to do is try and draw me out. You know this racing thing. You'll see, John, if you met me, go on my bed and I think how me go damage you. Nobody ask if you go get damage. You're gonna get damage.
By the hook or by the crook?
By the hook or the crook, nothing can save you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was basically that. But I'm already, as I tell you about the mechanical part, I was at the drag events. I would also compare my car to the cars I'm running. My car wouldn't be there, you know, but I know what my car can do, you know. So I would watch when the man them pre-stage and move off. So I would say, all right, if my car did move off, you know, we are. So I say, all right. By the time I move off and pass 60 foot, I say on my head, I shift second, you know. I mean, that's how I line up the race. I mean, I say, all right, would I shift third now? Would I shift fourth now? I would be in front time by the end of the race. You understand? So I kind of work it out before. So I'm not just somebody you wouldn't get me to say, all right, I want to line up against Bojo or one of them man. You understand?
Right.
I talk sense when I talk. Yeah. So and the next thing too, the guy that said I couldn't do this and I couldn't do that, he had the all motor record for the engine that I'm running, the 4AGE.
Oh, okay.
So that made me even worse. All right, you know what? When I go, my car can't do this and my car can't do that. I make sure say before my car run low 13s. So my car run low 13s, it would have to wipe out the 13.721. That was the record. 13.721.
Okay.
The all motor record, and we carried very first time on the lights. We broke the record. I think we carried down to 13.3 or 13.2. I don't remember.
Low 13.
Alternator issues, and first time on the lights, and we're not on slicks. Second outing, we broke back the record. Of course, the alternator was working 100% now, and just by seat time and understanding the lights, we carried down the time to 12.9 without slicks. And the last run, I went to the 13-second finals, and I broke out. Even to this day, I still cost myself because the money, you know, the drag racing, the money too. We get prize money when we win, you know. So to this date, I still beat up on myself. I still beat up on myself.
But that was your first time out?
No, the second time out. I was at That's when I went to the finals. First time, the
Okay.
man them knocked me out. The man them knocked me out wicked, man, in elimination.
So you got knocked out basically because what, inexperience at the time?
Inexperience, and we had some alternator issues. Truth be told.
Mm-hmm,
So the
mm-hmm,
second time, we didn't have any alternator issues. We was running on the
mm-hmm.
same tires that we did the circuit on in the day. Everybody saw that, King of Shores. So the
Right.
same tires we've been doing 360s and sliding on same tires, you know.
Okay.
So and
Okay. Okay.
we moved the
Okay.
record at the last run, the finals. I remember the car beside me, miss. I think it was fourth gear and thing, and I even brake after I go fourth and go fifth. I brake after I say miss the fourth gear and I brake. I'm still run 12.9. So you know, I would really love to see that time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, cause I remember you and Bossy D. So you and Bossy D did have a little thing for second. How it go?
yeah, Bossy D, I'm a general. You know, we look up. We're not tearing down. We as Toyota man. Them. I don't want you to think that we tearing down or whatever. But Bossy D, a general. But he was the man to beat. You understand?
Yeah.
And he is the man to beat. So
Yeah.
you know, part of being this racing thing, you know, you want to win. So I don't know about anybody else, but me personally, I don't look for a race where it's easy. Or you understand? At the bad
You
man,
want
I line up
challenge?
with to see if the car can do it or I need to
Right.
make some improvements. It can
Right.
only, I
Right.
have nothing to lose. And it will only
Mm-hmm,
make
mm-hmm.
me better.
Okay. Well, for the short time that you've been in drag racing, who would you say is your biggest rival in drag racing?
No, I wouldn't say I have a rival, to be honest. I
Okay.
wouldn't say I have a rival.
But if somebody call you out, you would defend it.
Definitely. I mean, if we have the time, remember the car is constantly working. So if
Right.
somebody call me out to the next drag rivals, I don't want to say yes, I will come, because truth be told is if it all depends on the schedule, you know. We have
Right.
drift
Right.
shows that we do. We have a lot of dexterities. We have, you know, Dover.
Mm-hmm.
So you won't. I don't think you would ever see the Corolla before a circuit event. It would.
Like if it is close.
Exactly. It would definitely have to be after. You know. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So depending on how soon we're out of quarantine, it is a possibility that you'll be coming back to improve your time then, so to speak, in drag racing.
Definitely, but for the car can do more. But I mean, you know how important the tires are. I mean, so that 12.9 with the right tires, you know, it's supposed to be. It has to be faster. It has to be faster. So it's only a matter of time. And I mean, we have the record, so we're not in any rush to go and. You know?
That you. Somebody was asking earlier if you would paint the yellow car in any other color.
It was white before. That's how we bought it. So we tried to change it up as much as we could. But I actually like yellow. Yellow is actually my favorite color. But yeah, I think that car, I don't think I'd change the color, because I mean, a lot of people know the car and not me, surprisingly, you know.
True.
I was at Dover already and we win a race and come in and them I say, well, yellow, they actually start calling me yellow. Yellow! We want a picture with the yellow. Yellow is just the yellow, you know, it's a part of the history here, you know, they know the yellow car. I mean,
yeah.
I don't
and
think,
yellow is vibrant, you know.
I don't think they even know the type of car, most of them. They don't know it's a
Sure.
86 or it's a Corolla. They must have said the yellow car.
The yellow car.
The yellow.
Yeah.
I think if we change the yellow, it going to have a. I know the driving stand out, but you know.
Yeah. Well, all right, cool. So let's move on a bit because you know we almost time is going. Circuit racing.
So,
Before we go into circuit racing, I just want to say big up to our sponsors for making these nightly lives possible. Kenty Racing, Jamaica Race Drivers Club, WAP Performance, Boosting, Horsepower in a Bottle, Zidodge Performance, Massive Auto Parts, Squickly Wrecking, and Haulage. All right, back to business now. We will go back and dabble a little bit in drugs and other stuff, but we want to make sure we cover everything. Yeah. What age you started? What the first time you raced at Dover? You're about what age?
for a long time, but 16 years old. That's it. 16? 17. 17.
Mm-hmm.
17. 17 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I ran one meet that year, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then
What was that year like though?
no, it was just one meet. I mean, we rushed the car. It was still turbocharged, you know, because we didn't plan on doing Dover yet. But I mean, seeing that I was doing so well in the drifting, you know, it kind of always a time to move up or to move on, you know. We never one place, or we never think that because we are winning, we should leave the car the way it is, or we shouldn't go because we are winning. So I wanted a new challenge, and you know the team was adamant that of course they have no doubt, you know, that I would go excel, of course. So and that meet the 2017, the car was very unreliable. We had gearbox issues, we have oil issues, like the oil coming out of the catch can and wetting up the brake and thing, because you know the car wasn't race prepared, you know. It could do the drifting and do the little thing, but I mean circuit racing, that is like a boot camp on the cars, you know. The cars up to standard and up to par.
Right, because you mentioned that when you first came out with the car, it was turbocharged.
Yeah, it was.
So what made you switch from a turbocharged setup to a all motor setup?
It was very unreliable. The turbocharge was very unreliable in a sense. And for that genre, it wasn't practical. The class that you would go in, you know, it Dover sort of run on engine displacement, engine size. So it wouldn't for my age, it wasn't practical, because I would be, I think, running MP3. The car would be MP3. That's some four-wheel drive cars with smaller engine, forced induction. So it was almost, it could be done, but the car wasn't ready for that, and it wasn't practical.
It wasn't reliable. It wasn't. Bottom line. Yeah, reliability was or is, you know, very important in racing.
Definitely.
You know.
And if I had made the step that I stepped at the time to go all motor, I'd definitely be further than I am now.
Or if you made this step from
you see where how critical decision making is when it comes on the circuit. Yes, so if we had made that decision as a team earlier, I would definitely be further, or the level of the car would definitely be further.
Well, let me ask you this, because everybody know your dad used to is known for gangrene, bad evolution. Was there a time that you thought that you'd race the Evolution opposed to the Corolla?
Knowing my dad, as I stated earlier, he was always the one that is saying baby steps. You know, he would never put me in a car so big to go and debut, to hurt myself. Hurt myself, not meaning to crash or anything, because I have the ability, but to
Right.
handle the car the way how it's supposed to be handled, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
he would
Mm-hmm.
never. I mean, the cars are still there. The Evos are still there, you know. So it was just an essence of time.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't until the latter part of my career, which is now, when we are looking to move up, or you know, we have all sort of things on the drawing board. It wasn't until now, you know, we really saying we had started a project on the Evo 9. We still have the 6, which is still a lighter chassis, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we were planning to use either one of them and come, but we also have to put in consideration that, you know, you want to win. I want to win, and I don't think the Evo is the right thing now to do a 115 consistently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Are you
I wouldn't, you know, I would kind of hold off on the project a bit, but
okay?
you know, but I don't think where the racing reach, because racing constantly moving. You'll be surprised. It's not years. Racing is always moving. I remember we saying the other night that as them come from race, the mechanics, they start talking, what are we going to do for the next meet to make this car faster or better?
Right.
You understand? So, but truth be told, the Evos of circuit racing, they can't die. I just think that they belong in a certain class. Like if they run the class that they should compete in, which is fair to them, they'll be very competitive. That would be the class of MP4.
Right. Because for you to be competing now with the radicals, you'd have to be you'd have to have a similar spec to David Somerville, pretty much.
A similar spec in a way, but Uncle David's Evo, it wasn't reliable. It keep up with them, but I mean it couldn't qualify on pole, so it would use its brute force and get out in front. But after race 1, when it wouldn't last. You know, it wouldn't last. So it wouldn't be the ideal thing to manage them, you know, to manage the radicals. And I think that's why he made this step and went to the radical, because it was unreliable. And I mean, engine after engine or whatever the problems were, you know, that's still money gone down the drain. As opposed to the radicals, they run all day, all night. And if you want them to run in the evening, them can run in the evening too. So, you know, he took a stand, and I think everybody should look into what he did. But he had the fastest production car to date. I think it was 116, and
Andre Anderson did 116 as well.
No, did 118.
No, 118.
118.
Okay.
His car is that impressed me, because that is actually a Lancer that we see every day.
Right. Local built, fully local built.
All done here, you know, and it's not any big part as well. It's on a budget, a very low budget as well. So it was raw. Kudos to him. It's raw talent, and you know, raw talent carrying that car. It's still 8-pattern dog box, and it's still regular suspension, coilovers, but it's not the best you can find, you know. So that and he held them off one meet, but as I was saying, the reliability is no. The Evos aren't no slow. They aren't slow, you know. Them very fast on the straightaway, but we need them to can handle, and we need them to be reliable. So,
what do you think about Jamie James? Do you think Jamie has any chance at all against these radicals, or even say under 120?
yeah, I mean, yeah, they can. I think the Evo can run 119, 118 all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that car can run it too, because that car is very is a very nice car, very fast. It have all the right things. It already having a sequential gearbox, you know, it have good computers. I see they have some suspension gurus around it from overseas and things. So I don't know. I'm not. You won't get a bad remark from me where driver is concerned. I don't
Right.
know his problems, so I can't say.
Right.
I can't say anything different.
Yeah, you can't
That
speak for
car
him.
I can't speak for him, but that car is very, very good. But 119, 118, I don't think that's too much to ask for out of an Evolution. I mean, yeah, that's
Cool.
good. But 115 consistently, or 116 race pace, that's pushing it. That's pushing it.
All right. So for persons who just if you just joined the live, remember, we have a little announcement to make. Well, mainly Tazz, but we need at least 400 viewers. All right. So we need at least 400 viewers. Then Tazz will make his announcement.
I read in a comment here, DJ Crazy Neil. What made you do a 360 mid race at Dover?
Yeah, tell me.
No, we don't really want to talk about that, you know.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
But
all right.
as I was telling you earlier,
yeah.
I'm a type of person where I like to break records, you know. So I was thinking, what has never been done at Dover before in the history of racing in Jamaica, you know? Yeah. And I was always a driver to like the challenge, you know. I would qualify on pole, and not many drivers can say this. I would qualify on pole, give up the pole to start at the back.
Yeah.
Just to better me. To better myself, you know. It's not that I couldn't. Starting from the front would obviously give me a better chance of winning if I put it on paper. But it also can be done from the back. And I see where I could have executed that. So I did just so, you know. And when it got to a point where I tried it from the pit lane. The pit lane now is all the cars have to pass the flagman, and then somebody set you off from the pit lane. So that is an extra delay. Yeah, that was the race. That was the race where the little something going, you know, the little.
Okay, yeah. But I tell you something. We all know. I can tell you from a fan's point of view.
Yes.
Fans love it. Fans love to see when especially the back S's, when you go around and start to slide it around. I mean, we all know when you slide, it kind of, you know, reduce the time, make you go slower.
Yeah.
However,
also, I heard Kyle Gregg. I was watching his live, and they were asking him some questions about me, and he was saying sideways isn't going fast, but the car is not. It's not really me. I know when I want to do it, and you can see when I am doing it. But I mean, when it's racing, it's just racing. The car, the tires we're using, that the class limit us to, they aren't in my favor. They aren't in the rear-wheel drive cars of Dover favor. That's the first thing. And the setup, we're still trying to master our setup and get it better. So it's not, we know, I don't think anybody have to tell anybody that going on a corner sideways is slower than driving around. We all know that. And it would be pointless of me to be racing and, you know, deliberately losing time. Where it's not necessary. So it's not really me. You know, it's not really me. And I would there's an offer I want to throw to a very good driver, you know. I would want him a driver more so like Alan Chen, a rear-wheel drive specialist. Big up Alan. I really rate him. I really look up to him as a rear-wheel drive driver. So I mean, I would give him a driver off my car. To you know, I wouldn't give half the people that are saying Tazz is going sideways. I wouldn't trust them enough to give them a drive for them to feel it. You get what I'm saying? So
I understand
definitely have to
what
big up Alan, and I want him to drive it and see how the car is, you know, the setup, and he has more experience in the rear wheel drive than I do because he used to rear wheel and he's building back his. So
right. So I've been told that he's has plans of returning.
yeah.
You know, so that should be pretty interesting. You know, but I've heard a person saying, boy, you know, say anyhow, Tazz going a radical, a judgment. You know, I mean, I've heard it over and over and over and over.
Those are sensible people.
Hold on a little. Is some shot here fire, Nick? We don't know.
No, not really.
Shot fired.
We're just speaking the truth, you know. We're speaking facts. I mean,
You know, I have to say, listen, I rate your confidence, bro. You know, there's just something about racers where, like circuit racers, I realize whenever I go on the grid before a race to even just do a little walkthrough and capture some images, everybody just lock in, and it's almost like a man will look for you and just turn away like him not know you, right?
Yeah.
And we all know that it's in the zone of trying to get focused, trying to visualize the track.
well, I'm not like that. You know, I've heard many drivers come on here and say they have this one shoes or this one glove.
Yeah, you know, have a ritual.
I am not that type of driver. You know, I just arrive and drive. You know, I don't have this. I don't have a special glove or a special thing. As I said, I have my work cut out for me, and the team outline the work, and I know what is expected of me from the team and the fans, and all I have to do is deliver, and I have to shout out to my team. You know, it's not just me. It's not just me, my team. I have a group of people around me where if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be on this interview right now. So for me to take the credit, I would be very selfish. You know, we have executive people who go out and seek sponsorship for us, manager roles. We have big up You Can Tell. We have mechanic. We have machinists. You know, we have a big up Errol, that is Simtech Performance. We have a big up Bremstar Performance. We have a big up Cutter Hype. We have a big up Liquor Brother, Bassi. We have a big up Choppy. We have a big up Traven. Everybody have their work cut out for them, you know. We have a big up Daddy.
Yeah.
He cooks for me on race day. I don't eat. I don't eat. He cooks for me. You know, a lot of people who you don't see or you don't think is behind me. And if they,
and your fans,
team,
bro.
One thing with the team, like I wasn't the driver to go to Dover and test weeks before Dover. Anybody know who I am? If race is Monday, the earliest I would show up at Dover is Sunday evening at 5:30, where the sun is almost down. So we don't test. We test on race day, and that's how good the team is. We never have a second guess. You know, if there's a problem and them say it fix, trust me.
It fix.
Errol and Cutter and Brem and everybody, it fix. Trust me. We don't have to go it over. And I mean, we know things go wrong and things, but the man them on top of them game. Trust me. Simtech, I have to big them up again. You Can Tell, Choppy. Everybody have them work. people who deal with tire pressure, people who wipe off the car. Everybody is just as important. My brother who do the running up and down. We have a car stationed there with a driver, a bad driver, traveling. Where anything we need, anywhere on the island, and the car needed to race. Trust me, that car going to fit up before race. From it can be done.
Wow.
Yeah. So
wow.
we've seen where we brought diff. We had to travel to Clarendon, to Mandeville, to South. We travel, you know. We have our work cut out. We come to deliver to the fans, and that's what we're all about.
Cool. Let's talk about rival a little bit, right? Who would you say is your biggest or has been your biggest rival in circuit racing over the years?
Over the years, I've been in one class, which is the MP1 from the debut. I've won that championship twice. I've came second in the championship once, and I won it last year to this year. So 2019 to 2020, and I'm actually MP1 champion. But I was always winning my class, and that's why we moved up. So we moved up into the MP2 class. Last year, we decided to start campaigning MP2 because the competition in MP1 wasn't bringing out the best in me. So we decided to move up to MP2 for the last 2 meet, August meet,
okay,
and the October meet. That is the bad class. I mean, we were running a personal best of 130 in MP1, and I mean the guys in MP2 to date, they're running 126. So we kind of wanted to face Colin Daly.
Oh.
Yeah, we kind of the likes of Colin Daly. He's a very good driver, like myself, but he's a very good. The two cars being reliable and handling the way they're supposed to handle. That's a very good race, I think. Would be one of the better races at Dover. But that's where we went. But he's actually gone out of MP2. No.
Yeah, he's now at TS2.
He's now at Thundersport 2. So I guess I just want to show you how competition. We've been running the car. The best lap time for the car around Dover was 130 for 4 years, and we've gone to a bigger class in just 4 months, and we have brought down the time 3 seconds. You know, the team did what they had to do to take off the time for me to be competitive. You know,
right?
The 127, I did a 127.2. That's my personal best. The car run high 127 race pace. I mean, we have a lot of issues. Trust me, we have a lot of issues. So, being that the handling issue is sorted, I'm sure we have a 126 race pace and maybe a 125 high qualifying.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know.
Cool. Well, but I still want to know, Tazz. I don't know if I sidestep the question, you know.
Yeah.
Who has been the biggest rival, though?
No, as I say, it would always be the man who is running the fastest time in the class. So I was running the fastest time in the MP1. Colin Daly, since I've moved up, he has the tag on his back because he was doing 126. But he has now. We've never get to compete with each other. But there was this one little incident where I missed a race at Jam West. They had a Saturday race. One race on Saturday and the next 2 races on the Sunday. And I missed that race because due to issues, gearbox issues. And so we arrived the next day, which is Sunday, and we started. We won. I won off the trailer. As I tell you, we don't go to practice. Everything we do, the team do. Sure. So off the record, I don't need any time to warm up, any time to test. I'm race ready.
Okay.
I'm race ready. So after track, we won our 2 races, and we had there was a last race, a IP race, where we started at the back. That's the famous race with the Everton, the Judgement Everton.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where that thing started. We started from the back, and from lap 1, we was on the tail of the Corolla was on the tail of the big bad Everton.
The big bad. So who won that race though?
He won that race. He won that race.
Okay.
But seeing that was one of the biggest grids to date. So seeing that I use a Corolla and start at 22 on the grid, and was in battle for first. I didn't take that as a loss. I mean, to date that is the only second place trophy I have in my stand, because that race was very.
I guess you could. It's safe to say the ever lucky then.
No, I wouldn't say the ever lucky, but we have to factor in. We have to factor in things as, like, if we had qualified and start beside him,
right?
Would have turned out. And
right.
I mean, we heard some comments after that, because we wasn't paying anything. We was just doing it for fun. We heard some comments after that. The little youth, them call me macaroni.
Macaroni?
Macaroni. Them tell me macaroni dust bust. The man them call me macaroni and thing. And as I was telling you earlier, the worst thing I can do is make me lie down in my bed. And I say, why? We have this cut out for it. We have this guy.
No.
We wasn't scared. I mean, the car always had more power. He always had the advantage. The four-wheel drive, whatever, how much 100 horsepower, bigger tires, wider tires, it was always in his favor. But I mean, the team cut out the work for me to get done, and to get it done. That's how I end up in this IP3. We kind of had a point to prove we have a score settled. But no,
okay, so let me ask you this: Is there still an unsettled rivalry between you and the Judgement ever?
No. I've done my job and settled all that can be done. I start from the front. I do it from the back. I'm gonna do it from pit lane. So there's nothing for me. There's nothing for me to gain anymore. He won that race, so I had to defend it. But
was it basically
more than once?
Was that the reason why the name Macaroni was coined, like because of that race?
Well, you would have to ask him on his interview, but that was the time when Macaroni, the accident and thing. So, people, the fans have a lot to do with these rivalries. Fans will come and tell you, yo, the boys them ready for you, The boys them ready for you, and why am I do to you?
True.
So I don't know if him really said these things or what, but my response, I'm not the type to say, well, let me hear from himself, and I don't believe that. I say, well, if he's ready, send him come.
Okay. I get you.
Yeah,
I get you. Well, I tell you, personally, as 2 young guns, big up Alan. Yeah. Alan will be on the live next week, one of them days. So look out for Alan Gordon on the live.
Definitely have to big him up, because I mean he's very good for his age. He's not.
Yeah, man.
I
mean, both of you as young guns, bro. I would really love to see both of you.
Young, and he hasn't had any karting experience. That him. I've seen a lot of time, but him coming.
All right.
You have to give him props and thing, but you must have to know everybody have them space on the food chain, if you get what I say. So
True.
Don't you will hurt yourself trying to, so just don't exaggerate and thing, but just stay humble, stay calm, stay in a lane, and you'll be fine.
Yeah. All right, cool. Peeps, we have a few more minutes left, so you can go ahead now and post any questions you have for Tazz. Yes to the question, Tazz?
No, I don't see any questions.
Yes to the comments. So
yeah, I'm seeing the comments.
All right, so you can answer any question you choose from the fans?
Definitely.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
man. So
I just want to shout out to the viewers again. Thanks for supporting me. I heard that it was a record breaking um night. It wasn't planned. It was just thanks for the support. Uh, I want to shout out to my grandma and my family. They're always praying, and everybody watching this live. It's impossible to call everyone's name, but grandma, who's always praying, she's a prayer warrior. Mommy, she's a hidden angel behind me. She doesn't like the spotlight, but yeah, big up the team again.
cool.
Put up Brim Brim. You can tell Errol, Daddy Bassi, Choppy Chaven, the whole team, yeah.
Well, somebody said that the viewers had reached 400. I wasn't looking at all the time, so I guess before the live is up, we could kind of give them a little hint as what it is to come for Tazz. But
For Tazz, it's always looking to improve. Sky is the limit. I mean, we've been using this time to our advantage. This in quarantine, the work. We'd have to, if it wasn't for this virus, we'd on our way to our second week now. But, we still on the drawing board. You can expect a lot of things. Closer down to the event, I can give you an actual answer, but I mean, it's always looking to improve. So you can come expecting Tazz in the same MP2. You can come and see a different engine in the Corolla. You can come and see me driving something four-wheel drive. You can come and expect me to be racing in Thundersport. So it's not. We have a lot of things on the table. A lot of
okay.
things. So I just want the fans to stay tuned and watch the updates. And as this thing free up, I want them to come out and support, because trust me, this first event after whenever it is, I don't know. This first event is gonna be epic.
All right. So check some of the comments. Some of the questions, Tazz.
What Doug Hollywood Gore?
Anyone you choose to answer?
What's the plans for the rest of the year? If this thing don't ease up, I guess testing. We want to go down. We want to know what I know what the 120s feel like. I would definitely love to feel what in the teens, the 119, 118, thereabout. I would definitely want to experience that around the open. So a lot of things. I mean, Kyle, I'm sure Kyle sent out an offer on the thing. He would give me a very good price on the black car. So we plan to call him. And a lot of things.
Yeah.
I also want to big up my sponsors as well, who has been there from the get-go. In this Jamaica. I want to thank Doug Gore for giving a word to some other sponsors for me. I really appreciate it. Without sponsors, we can't race. It's not, there's a life outside of motorsports, and it's very expensive. So any little help we get, we are grateful. Well, I am grateful. So Root Boy Energy Drink, Ural Lubricants, Soft Beauty Buffet, the whole work. Healthy Concepts Pharmacy, they've been there from the get-go, and they're still on board. Thanks to them.
All right, cool. Any other question, peeps? You feel free to ask now. We have a few minutes left.
I'm not seeing any. Nick, will you be at Jammers more? If there's a circuit event, definitely. You make Alan gone by bigger turbo. Nah, not me. Um, any more jog. Oh, this is Ken Roy. Ken Roy, any more jog. I me and Ken Roy have a 13-second class car as well. So would definitely want to race Ken Roy in the jog. His car is very not fast, but it's very dialed in for the 13. That man on 13-0 back to back to back. Amazing.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What are your views on Justin Sergani? Which one is Justin again? That Justin is the one with
The Subaru. He drive the yeah.
He's a good driver. I think he had to have some overseas experience, but he's a good driver. Demarley is a talented young man. A lot of people don't know this because I don't really say it, but I was the one who actually helped Demar with these lines, and I was actually teaching Demar, but I wouldn't say teaching in a sense, but yeah, he has the ability. He's a natural, just like myself. So he's very, 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 very good, and he's still young in it, but expect big things from him. Very, very, very good driver.
All right, Tazz, before the live is up, which is like about the next 3 minutes thereabout, you mind giving your fans who are watching now a hint as to what is to come? You don't have to, if you don't want to fully disclose, it's fine, but just a hint, maybe, because they have been asking what is to come for Tazz.
As I said before, we're always looking to improve, but our main goal is to run Thundersport. So as soon as it is viable, we definitely want to be winning. We definitely want to be running against Kyle. So
okay.
We are.
So all right, let me ask this then, Nicholas. Will you be racing against Kyle anytime between now and next year?
That's definitely the plan. I mean,
okay. I think that's what the fans want to hear.
That's definitely the plan. I know we don't know what the future holds, but I mean, it's working in our favor. We have this time, so anything is possible. We can go MP2. We have the Evo. That's MP4. It's gonna be. It's gonna.
All right. So definitely Thundersport looks like but me not giving a grid tonight. Me go give a grid right now. Before this live up. Here's the grid now. Nicholas Barnes, Kyle Gregg, Senna Somerville, Andre Anderson, Colin Daly Jr., Wings Myers, Doug Gore. Yeah, 7. Give it the poll the end of the race now. Who will be first to last?
Those names, it would definitely be up on machine. If I have the right machine or equal machine to all the
names, put it this way, you wouldn't be driving the Corolla.
Huh?
You wouldn't be driving. Oh, Nico, sorry, I forget Nico. You wouldn't be driving. So if everybody is racing radicals,
yes.
Talk to me now. How do you predict that race going?
I think I have I wouldn't even say I think, I know that I have the ability to run against all the names you've mentioned. Yeah, I know that I can win if given the right machine. So given all of us in the same car, I would say me first. Colin Daly and Kyle would be, I don't know where they would fit themselves with being second, because I mean they are very fearless. They're very similar, but Kyle would be more aggressive, but you know, but Colin, I would say Colin or Kyle. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Same machine. I think Doug would be competitive. I think him
Mm-hmm.
still. I think him not done. I think him still have a little bit left one. I'm not going to do it bad because he's part of motor. He's really and truly a motorsport icon. So
Yeah.
I think him still have a little left. Not done, but he still have a
Yeah.
little left.
Okay.
Nico, I've seen Nico drove once. He make an overtake on Kyle. Wings now. Wings, let me tell you, Wings is a very good driver.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Wings now, if you realize, the races he won, he started from the front and he lead them all up. I've never seen Wings start from a back or start from a difficult position and making way up, you know. So
Right.
qualifying, I know Wings will be very fast or maybe even on pole. He
Okay.
have that talent, but even Andre Anderson is a very, 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 very good driver. So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
if we're saying all of us driving the same car, it definitely be after the me, Colin Lee, Andre Anderson. We would be up there, you know. We'd definitely be up
Right.
there.
You know, that would actually be a very good race.
Definitely.
You know, although we just visualizing the race, but that would actually be a very wicked race. All right.
I see somebody saying me and you in an IP next meet.
Yeah, that look like
Who's that?
that look like with the black EG
Okay.
who did Super Street last season.
Okay. Tell him,
Yeah.
careful what you wish for, young man.
I'm a little bridging, you know, but
Yeah, man,
his name
All
just slip me right
all
now.
fun and-
Antoine.
All fun and good.
Yeah, man, Antoine. All right. Somebody saying they need some drifting lesson. That is KJ Noteman. Wagwan fair rematch with you and the White Starlet. Which White Starlet that, bro?
I don't know.
I sound like I don't a Jam West business drag racing thing that.
No, man, no Toyota never beat me.
Or maybe because you beat him want a rematch.
Oh, see Alan here. And me teach him enough, so watch it.
Oh yeah?
Him, but hear this. My student Demarley is beating his teacher, which is Alan. So I don't
Lord of mercy.
We have to
You know that trouble. You know that trouble you start in 990 when you're ready if you don't know.
yeah, so, you know.
All right, Alan, now worry yourself. Next week when you come on, you can tell me how that go. Bossy D rerun.
Yeah,
Somebody
definitely.
say.
Definitely. Bossy D, all motor for all motor. I think he missed a gear or whatever his problem was. I don't know, but definitely. Bossy D, really.
All right. The rear wheel drive Starlet. Somebody say, Nick.
The rear wheel drive Starlet, that's my little brother's car. We plan to make him run that for circuit. But we have a whole complete. We're not thinking about just a Toyota engine for that. We're thinking beyond. So
Oh,
who knows? Maybe may take a one drive, you know, a borrows.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Them said Drift Kid though, because you and Drift Kid did have a little grudge match.
Oh, for real. Yeah. We did have a big race, a 10 grand race, a 20 grand. What was it? 10 grand race.
So who they win? Drift Kid?
Come on, Ken. What kind of question that you have?
I try to draw you out one.
all when them turbo, we're not afraid of them, you know.
All right, sir. All right.
We bust Drift Kid throat already, man.
All right, sir. So the rerun if you want it.
I mean, we have to meet again, so it's inevitable.
All right. Somebody is saying if you can get the car to the 20 valve, can get to lower the 20 valve time. If you can get the car to lower the time.
Yeah. Without a doubt. We're not near where we want to be with the Corolla. Trust me. But we just don't want to waste any time. We want to put all the effort into upgrading. Into something
Mm-hmm.
different. To face the top drivers, of course.
Mm-hmm.
But
Cool.
yeah, the Corolla, it's not the lightest. It's still heavy. It's still 2,100 pounds. We still have on panels on that car. We still have on stop bonnet and trunk. They just the ribs have been removed. So that car is not near where it can be. So of course they can look for the record for it.
All
Record
right.
to low.
All right. Cool.
Yeah,
Well, for
I want to
persons.
shout out to uh full new sponsor of mine. Doesn't really want to come public, want to stay behind the scenes, but I want to big up Uncle Gerald, Uncle Gerald Roden. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's a sponsor on board with us.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, all right. Tell you what, peeps. You know that if you want to follow Nicholas's progress and what he'll be up to for the rest of the racing season, of course you can follow him on Instagram, Nick Tazz. I say go Nicholas.
Yeah, Nick _ Tazz. Or even
All right.
Team Tazz Racing is easier though.
Team Tazz Racing.
Yeah.
Cool. For persons who we may not have gotten to, ask the question you mentioned, you can hit up, you can DM Nicholas. Yeah, man, you can definitely DM him and yes. So
Somebody said St. Mary Speed Mech. Indeed. Big up
yeah.
Tech. St. Mary Speed Mech for real.
All right. So big up Steak Inch, boss,
All
Team
the
Tech.
way. All the
Yeah,
way.
man. Yeah, man.
Big up Hype, Bremstar. All the way.
The whole team.
The whole team.
All right. Last question. You have got turbo the AE Nick.
And this I got to ask that I was saying this in so many words earlier that you can expect anything. We're using the time now to our advantage, and MP3 looks like a very competitive class now. Uncle Oliver Townsend. We come from the debut of that Honda. He's been winning. So and he's doing a faster time. And he does love the competition. I'm not the one to shy away like the rest of the guys and say, boy, no man, Oliver in this class or this man in this class. So if we see where we can compete to win and it's within our budget, trust me, you can get a fight.
Cool. All right. So for persons who, if you miss or if you got onto the live late, we will be uploading this live to our YouTube channel. That's 876 Streets on YouTube, and all the other interviews that we have done so far, they are also on our YouTube channel. So you can subscribe. That way you get the latest of everything.
Yeah.
Nicholas Barnes, Tazz Barnes, we're giving you the final word, bro. Oh, before I give you the final word, I just want to say big up again to our sponsors for the live series: Kenty Racing, Jamaica Race Drivers Club, What Performance, Boosting Horsepower in a Bottle, Zidage Performance, Massive Auto Parts, and Squiggly Wrecking and Haulage. You can check them out on Instagram. Yeah, man, and give them a follow. I'm giving you the last word, Nick.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. It was a record-breaking night. I don't know the numbers exactly, but I heard that it was a record-breaking night. So big up for that. Thanks for. I just want you all to continue supporting me, and remember on race day we're yellow.
Hey, one last question, Nicholas. One last question. I just remember this question somebody asked earlier. Them say, why the girl them love you so? Last question while we head out.
I don't know. You
You
have to
don't-
ask them.
Girl,
Probably no one get me, you know. I think
you know what?
I think it's time to head out.